Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Mountaineers will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to run it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this guy continues to pour on the stacks. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. The sweet feet buy a little time. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, USF!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. The Mountaineers are on the move. Give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got a man. It's Lawson.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down, 10 yards to go. Using his legs, it's Roberts. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Awesome. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The Mountaineers are in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touch.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. Home and in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got the tight end.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. South Florida, 14. App State, 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man. The Bulls will keep this drive going.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the ring.
Quick release by the QB. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds his man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking for room, it's Marshall. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to run for it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Here's the give off the left side. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, App State.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on...
Makes the grab on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's awesome. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Caught over the middle. It's Lawson. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Go! Go! Ready, go!
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Now, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Tulane is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Green Wave offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
After the short completion, it's now second down. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. Got his man. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs, too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Can anyone catch him? And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USF!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's awesome. Going for it all. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He wants to throw here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They'll run for it on fourth down. Still running at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes a connection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. It's awesome. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback checking off. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Roberts. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Awesome. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's the handoff. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
Let it bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
The Mountaineers have taken it inside the 20. Handoff to the fullback. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Mountaineers in the hurry up. Fullback's got it. Running with power. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Gain of 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Tucker. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Florida 35, App State 23.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Right back to the well. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. Ball is free. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
He'll set up to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Surging forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. On the run, it's Roberts. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the running back. Running to Green. He's off to the races. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Just ran him over. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Yankee blue. Yankee fire.
Looking downfield, it's awesome. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. You can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. You can't take negative plays at this point.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Comes out throwing on first down. Skips away from pressure. And down he goes back at the 3.
Here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And he intercepts it in their end zone. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, App State.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they were able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 35, he's loose. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.